So it's time for us to have that conversation now. And in studio, I have the Unified Democratic Party. They are a student body at GIJ. And if you watch us yesterday, we had the True Democratic Alliance coming through to talk about their manifestos and what they are doing on campus. Actually, it's a semester course that is done in GIJ. And these students practice the whole 9 years about politics. And when they come out, they're supposed to implement that in the society to change the leadership role concerns we've raised a number of years. So Unified Democratic Party, represented by their chairman, the person of Ernest, Boakye, Adinkra, and their vice chairperson, Zipporah, are here in the studios. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everybody at Unified? Is UDP rather? How is everybody doing there?
Very well.
Awesome. Good to know. So, as I said in my intro, I mentioned that we had the TDA coming through yesterday, and you're also a competitive party, sort of. I also got to know that your party was formed by one lady, Rosina Chewa. Is it Chema?
Chema.
What inspired her decision to form this party? Anybody can take the question. I should start with the Chema.
Chema is also a student of GIJ.
Okay.
With her vision, who she thought Ghana needs a different or a third political party that will later sweep away the NDC and NPP and give us the good governance, give us the goodwill that most Ghanaians are willing to take. Basically, we are fed up with these two political parties. So Chairman,
we said Ghanaians.
Yes, Ghanaians.
Okay.
I mean Ghanaians. Ghanaians are fed up with MPP and NDC. So
okay.
Chairman brought the idea.
Third force.
Yes, the third force should sweep away the MPP and NDC so that we can implement a good policy that Ghanaians will be.
Politics is about numbers and money. How prepared are you in terms of your numbers and the money that you have?
Most people used to say politics.
Money.
Okay.
Numbers and money.
Okay. Politics is not about money. It's about numbers.
Okay.
And for you to get the numbers, you have to sell a good policy to the people.
Good.
So we've started selling our policy. For now, I can say there is no other party that can say, oh, they can stand to UDP. UDP is
in
really
terms of your money or
in terms of numbers.
Numbers. Oh,
yes,
okay.
we are not giving money to people to support us, but we are selling our policy.
Not necessarily giving money. It's also about how internally generated, more like IGF. How you're able to generate your money to do the things that you're supposed to do. So you need to mount billboards. You need to do campaigns. It all comes with money.
Were you there when we launched our party?
Unfortunately.
You realized it was very good. We launched it and a lot of people were happy. So we believed internal generated fund, we are good. We are still on it, trying to put up the good structure that we may need. In terms of the number, our research team has also made us very good outputs, whereby out of the 16 regions, we are really putting up a very good strength. Yeah.
You mentioned it's also based on policies. If I should ask you, what are your policies with respect to your team, your party that you have?
All right, thank you for the question. First of all, we are aware that it's a political communication course and it's a simulation project, and it's very important for student journalists or communications students to partake in such an exercise, because I believe journalists or communications practitioners really propel the political ecosystem. And so I believe that this project is very important because we get to have a first-hand or hands-on experience in the political system. And to go more into our party, we have come up with the slogan, which is Unity for Development, which can come across as a bit cliche, but we really hope to express unity for development in a very practical and internalized way that we can sell and offer hope to Ghanaians. I think my chairman
will explain
more on the ideologies. Yes.
Okay. So when you talk about unity, what?
Unity for development.
For development.
Yes.
What exactly are you trying to say or put across?
Unity for development, we are trying to gain political power through democracy for national growth.
Okay.
You realize there is no country that can get power through or without democracy. The country cannot sustain for longer. You can see within our sub-Saharan Africa, our neighboring country, Burkina Faso just threw their constitution away, and you can
the wars over there, exactly. Yeah.
So for us to sustain growth in Ghana, we need to have democracy that will push harder. So Unified Democratic Party believes that for democratic power, that's why we are here, and to promote growth for our Ghanaian people.
How do you unify the people? Because you have a lot of people who don't believe in probably your policy because you are coming from one region or the other. Your policies doesn't sync with what they want to do. How do you intend to unify people then?
It's not about we are coming from one region. For now, we have covered all the regions. We are coming from all the 16 regions. So not from Greater Accra or not from the Volta region.
It's not about even where you are coming from. It's about how you intend to unify, because that's the name of your party, Unified Democratic Party.
Bringing people together.
Exactly. So how do you intend to do that? That's
so
what I'm asking.
We are selling our policies, which is bringing people closer.
Okay.
As I said earlier on, most Ghanaians are fed up with the old policies which were sold to us by MPP and NDC. So for now, we Unified Democratic Party bringing new policies on point. Most Ghanaians are now interested, and they are all coming together to push for one goal.
Okay, let's focus a bit on your manifesto, for instance. Which part of it is going to win as Ghanaians off the NDC and PP?
We believe the STEM. We believe the STEM will push a lot of Ghanaians.
The what, sorry?
The STEM.
STEM?
Yes.
Okay, explain the STEM.
The STEM is the science, technology, innovation. And the... So for years, previous governments have not been able to invest into it. Always investing into social science, but we are not investing into mathematics, science, innovation. That's what will put a country at its apex.
The last time I checked, NPP is doing pretty well with that. They are building the TVETs, they are building STEM office complexes in certain schools. Digitalization is the agenda. They've been digitalizing almost everything now. So why do you think that yours would be better than what they're doing?
They are doing based on for book purpose, or they are not doing the real practical.
Okay, they are not practical.
They are not doing real practical out of it. So we believe that we need to let people, the students, who will be admitted, know that there is no country that can move forward without this ideology. So our party, with our flag bearer and the winning mates, are all willing, and they are pushing harder for us to win Ghanaians with that.
Okay. So your main focus is about science, technology.
Yeah.
I see. Nothing else matters.
It's parts.
It's parts.
Yes.
So what are the other parts?
Other part is, you see, we lack security a bit.
Okay.
We lack security a bit in a country. Now the economy is collapsed. You and I can testify. If you have 10 CD, when you go out, you can't take a breakfast. And our political leaders are just blaming it on Ukraine-Russia war, which the ambassador just replied that we shouldn't attribute to it. Yeah. But there are other countries that are doing better in this era.
Also because we relied on them over the years for fuel, for gas, for wheat, and even fertilizer. So now that they are encountering that problem, obviously it affects you one way or the other.
So a country that is more than 60 years still relied on basic things from other countries.
They say they are moving on from taxation to production now. Oh.
And have you seen any production going on?
One district one factory is ongoing. They have about 87 already.
Can you point some?
Oh, I know a Kumfi, for instance.
Is it working?
I like a Kumfi juice a lot. I'm playing the devil's advocate. I don't think I'm a Kumfi person. So I'm just asking.
So we believe that production productivity must be one of our main goals in every country. Ghana is not doing well. You can check on Cuba. They are only having producing sugar, but they are one of the best countries in the world. So Ghanaians are suffering because we keep on blaming. We don't work. I mean our politicians. I'm not talking about the citizens. The citizens are very hard-working people, but our politicians keep blaming other aspects of the economy. Oh, we buy this from here, we buy this. But our political party
said it's to fix ourselves.
We should fix ourselves. But if there is measures, we believe that we can fix the country. So we believe as time goes on, when Ghanaians elect us into power, we are going to focus on production. Because production must be one of our main focus to cut down the number of things that we bring in the country.
All right. And we mentioned security. The last I checked, about 40.8% crime rate has gone very high. How do you intend to fight that? Because security is also very key. You mentioned that.
Security issue in Ghana here is not politics. You were here last year or early this year when the security service started recruiting. It's all about politics. If you buy forms, Ghanaians are now buying forms in order to get
we've been buying forms since, so it's not now.
We have been buying forms since. But now, when you buy forms, and if you don't know anyone, probably you may stay out. So
I think the politics part comes in.
People are entering into security without their will. Because his uncle, his auntie, his family member is a member of ruling government, and he can easily push him or her into any of the security. So there is no patriotic. So you realize most of the security personnel are now going into the crime scene.
Recently there are 6 people who were caught in the bullion van issue.
So it's not their role. So that's what UDP is willing to solve. Give the normal Ghanaians the way. Give them the advantage. Let them apply. Let them go through a good training session. Let them become a patriot to fight for insecurity. By right, they will come out to be the same.
Miss Vice Chairperson, how sure are we that this is not just a semester thing, but you guys are going to take this party to the next level?
Yes. As I said earlier on, it's a simulation project, and simulations have been scientifically proven to provide a safe space for students or participants to experiment with real life situations. And as communication students, I believe majority of us have come into the school because we have a desire to change the status quo. And so it may seem like a class project, but I really believe that this will go far. It's the beginning of huge changes to come. Yes, and I actually wanted to chip in how we are going to unify Ghanaians to join this. It's a new party, and we are really selling our ideologies to the public, that they should not see us as a little tiny student group, but I believe that our values would attract us and align us to the right people. And even though mainstream politics seems to be about money and the numbers, I think we are in for a surprise this time.
How has this project as a student benefited you? I'll take the two of you to wrap up the conversation. How has it benefited you as a student?
So for me, I've always been passionate about social justice, and this is a very great opportunity for me to kickstart that interest, and I'm very excited to be leading my class into this. Yes.
I hear the chairman, they control a lot of things in the party.
Yes.
I mean, who is appointed or who doesn't get appointment, all comes from you. But how is this benefiting you as a person? Forget about the chairman title that you have.
I have also believed in sharing equal resource to normal Ghanaians. And for a number of years, Ghanaian resources has been shared equally. So as I got this, as I was voted into this high esteem office, I believed I can help in promoting equal justice for every Ghanaian to earn equal resource. That will help in developing the country.
By that you mean the goal that we have, the timber, we should share it for everybody to have some.
We are not talking about timber. We are not talking about sharing our timber. Yes.
So what are you talking about?
So if Ghana, if our resource is about 2.2 billion cedis, we should make a project that everybody will be benefited to it.
Okay.
We shouldn't send people to group of people or a family of people to UK for scholarship, but rather that scholarship can be given to brilliant students in the country. Okay. It means we are giving the resource to all Ghanaians to benefit it.
Okay.
So that's what we mean.
Okay.
So UDP, that's part of our ideology, to help Ghanaians benefit from the resource.
Okay. All right. I like that though it's part of UDP, it's also your project, your personal project. Sure. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So I had in the studio from UDP, Unified Democratic Party, from GIJ, a student body. This semester happens to be the course that they are doing politics. They are coming in to reshape or change the ideology of whereas leadership that we've complained about several years, that they get to the top and they change things, they're only concerned about them and their families and all that. So they believe that this position that they are in now, they can transform the leadership position here in Ghana and probably the rest of the world as well. So I had in studio the vice chairperson, the person of Zipporah, Barbara Zipporah, and of course the chairman also of the party. His name is Ernest Boakye Adinkra. Then which best when are you supposed to have the final date though for the manifesto presentation, right? When is it going to happen?
That will be next month.
Next month. Okay. So you're all set and ready for it?
Sure.
Okay. Work in progress. All right. Wish you all the best. All right. So I will take a break and also wrap up on this show for today. It's been great. We thank you for joining us from morning till now. We wrap up and we say, God willing, tomorrow. My co-host may not be here, but I'll be here. She will not be here. So I'll be here to man affairs over here, plus another person who will join me for the show. So thank you for joining us. My name is William. Stephanie Mayara, and producer Shadrach Abe. Obi